Welcome, everyone. My name is Tom Oliva, and I am co-founder and executive director of the All-American High School Film Festival, the largest student film festival in the world. We believe in the unique stories you have to tell, and we want to help you transform your stories into influential films that will connect and inspire people all over the world. Our mission is to provide you with the tools that you need to tell your story. Whether it's a music video, documentary, drama, animation, vlog, or any genre in between, we are here to help. And once you've made your film, we provide a grand stage each October in New York City where you can share your stories, connect with career opportunities and thousands of other young artists, celebrate creativity, and of course, win huge prizes and scholarships. But I don't need to do all the talking. The festival can speak for itself. Let's check out the 2020 highlight reel. After our biggest, most successful festival in 2019, we set our sights on an even more epic 2020 experience. 2020 certainly didn't turn out how any of us expected, but it did provide plenty of silver linings. Our community was more active than ever before, submitting a record 2,500 submissions, embracing our 2020 Quarantine Diaries category, sharing authentic, inspiring stories, and solidifying our belief that the future of film is now, and it's brighter than ever before. Together, we rallied around our first virtual festival, building a robust, resource-filled, and rewarding experience that illuminated our collective spirit. Over 100 teams participated in our film invitational competitions, working remotely to create incredible productions that aptly reflected our new maxim, never stop creating. You flocked to our industry professional panels, workshops, exclusive interviews, tech tutorials, and comprehensive college fair. And you shared your passion and perspective in our live networking rooms and audience voting. But we're not looking back, we're pushing forward. So welcome back to New York City, home to the 2021 All-American High School Film Festival, the 9th annual showcase and celebration of the best student filmmakers from around the world. 2021 is all about doing what we do best, providing a grand stage for thousands of attendees, discovering, embracing, and uniting the next generation of visual storytellers and content creators. So join us for an unparalleled adventure in the heart of the Big Apple, an experience that will shape your future. We'll be full speed from the start, kicking off with our immersive, real-world film invitational competitions and our first ever private yacht dinner and dance cruise around the island of Manhattan. The perfect chance to share your passion, form lasting relationships, and be awestruck by the amazing sights and sounds that only New York City can provide. Just how epic is the festival experience? All official selections for the All-American High School Film Festival screen here, the AMC Empire in Times Square, the busiest movie theater in America. And that's just part of a weekend packed with events designed to celebrate, educate, and motivate the future of film. The nation's largest film and media arts college fair, an interactive technology showcase, industry insider panels and workshops, and of course, the Teen Indie Award Show, the Dress to Impress red carpet celebration of the year, recognizing the best of the best in student filmmaking, where in 2020, we handed out over $500,000 in prizes and scholarships. Submissions are now open for the 2021 All-American High School Film Festival, and we look forward to welcoming all of you back to New York City this October. Never stop creating. Okay, today's session will focus on techniques that you can use to immediately hook your audience and make them want to keep watching. With so much video content available, it's important to not only get people to watch, but to keep them watching. And this all comes down to 3 simple screenwriting concepts: revealing your characters, making an emotional connection, and establishing dramatic conflicts. Let's take a closer look at some of the key elements for any successful student film. The story. This is why we want to watch and keep watching. It's all about the characters and the conflicts they face and how you use the 5-act story structure to play with the emotions of the viewer. The ability to make an emotional connection. If we begin the film feeling one way and after watching feel another way because of what we've watched, then you've done something. You simply must connect with the emotions of your audience. They need to feel something. And what that is depends on you and the story you are trying to tell. Authenticity and believability. The student film killer. Make it real or break the fourth wall. All of the details matter. This includes actors. They should be age appropriate and they should be professionals if possible. Your settings and locations need to be authentic and real, wardrobe and props, and even the not so little things like signs, notes, avoiding logos, and things like that. But most importantly, your characters and the conflicts they face will form the foundation of your story. They are what will make people want to watch. They are what will create an emotional connection. They are everything. So why do people crave stories? Relating to characters is what makes a story real. Relating means making an emotional connection, and the emotions we're feeling when we read or watch a story are the emotions of the characters, enhanced by our own lives and experiences. What they feel, we feel. The better the story, the more we lose ourselves in the lives of the characters, and the more we become them through identification. Identification is our deepest social need, to identify with others. And it's at the heart of all human interaction. We cannot identify with someone in a story unless their character is revealed to us. And revealing character should be the writer's main purpose. A story is basically 3 elements: conflict, action, and resolution. Someone is faced with a problem, the conflict, that he must struggle to overcome, the action, and he either wins or loses, the resolution. Conflict brings stories to life, though it's not about what it is, it's what it does. So what does it do? Conflict forces characters to act in ways that reveal who they are, and nothing tells us more about the characters than how they deal with their troubles. When conflict exposes who a character really is, the audience works to identify with their struggle. The more pressure you put on your character, the more you make him reveal his true inner self, and the more powerfully your viewers will identify with him. Let's jump right into our first clip to get a better idea of how you can create an immediate connection between your audience and the characters and conflicts in your story. This film, Noose, winner of Best Overall Film in 2016, runs almost 20 minutes. That's pretty long for a student film, and therefore it's really important to hook the audience right away. As you watch the first 3 minutes of Noose, consider how the story immediately raises the stakes for the protagonist, revealing a dramatic conflict that he must overcome, and how the little details and supporting characters help the viewer identify with his struggle. Let's look at Noose.
Hi, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I'd like to talk to you today about the Word of God.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Oh, please, sir, it will only take a minute.
No, really.
No, really, the Word of God can do wonders.
I'm gonna go.
No, please, sir. Sir, listen.
You know what? How about you listen for one goddamn second of the day and stop preaching? Did you ever actually read that book that perverted old man gave you like What, when you were 3? It makes no sense. Nobody actually reads it. They all just follow like sheep. Literally, your entire religion is drenched in lies. You have no facts to support your bullshit gospel.
I don't need facts. I have faith.
You know what? Get back to me when you get colon cancer at 45 and die. Let me know how your faith fixes that little problem.
You're going to hell.
As a matter of fact, I'm going back inside.
Hey, who was that?
I don't know, some hot chick.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Hello?
Hey, my man, want to do something illegal?
No, I don't, Michael.
Oh, come on, I'll pick you up. Don't be a puss.
I can't.
Paul, I'm outside.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right out.
Hey, that's the spirit. I'll see you in 2.
Mom, I'm going to hang out with Michael.
Hey, Sport, how you doing? Long time no see.
Hey, Michael,
Ready to go?
where are we going?
You're gonna have to wait and see. Just get in the car.
Mike, you're going to have to tell me where we're going.
Just get in the car. By the way, I saw the most defeated chick walking up the street. She must have got dumped or something.
Well, if you want to watch more, then the filmmaker has his hook in you. Let's take a closer look at what makes Noose worth watching. A dramatic want meets a dramatic obstacle. Our protagonist Paul wants to end his life, but life keeps getting in the way. I love Paul's initial characterization. He is made human with little character details, like needing to remove his glasses to fit his head in the noose, as well as larger pessimistic values like his tirade on the Jehovah's Witness. Perhaps his most telling attribute is his inability to go through with his suicide when faced with the doorbell and phone call. There will be more supporting characters, but the 2 we first meet are the definition of characters who help develop things we need to know about the main character. Conflict, action, and resolution. Paul is sad. Paul is interrupted. What will become of Paul? Perhaps one phone call and an invitation to go for a wild ride will change everything. And then there's the elements of film. The creative cinematography shows the viewer that the visuals will be as intriguing to follow as the story itself. Let's dive even deeper into building character and conflict. Stories are about adversity. Happiness can be the ending of a story, but it can't be the story itself. Why not? Because happy characters don't want to change. Happiness doesn't force the characters to act and thus reveal themselves, and if the characters are having a good time, well, the reader, or the viewer in this case, is not. To be forced to change, to act, and reveal their innermost selves, characters need to be frustrated, desperate, and at the end of their rope. The worse you make it for the characters, the better it is for your viewer. When the characters give all they've got, viewers experience it deeply and fully. To create true conflict, 2 things are needed: a want and an obstacle. Your protagonist must want something, and there must be an obstacle, the antagonist, that's trying to stop her from getting what she wants. Both the want and the obstacle must be strong and determined. A great story is driven by the energy and determination of both the protagonist and the antagonist. Okay, time for our next film. It's a sci-fi fantasy that uses powerful visual imagery to create an emotional connection. No dialogue here, so the filmmaker must use the elements of film to connect the dots for the viewer. As you watch, consider how you know what the main character wants despite the absence of dialogue. Let's take a look at Let Go. Okay, so where is this character coming from and what does he want? And how do you know? For your information, he's coming from a funeral, hence the clothes that he's wearing. The introduction of the photo and the strange machine serves as the rising action and inciting incident, telling us what he wants as well as introducing something that will alter everything that follows. We don't need to know anything about the girl, only that she is what our main character wants and that he will go to extremes to get her. In just over 3 minutes, we have experienced the full 5-act story structure, which helps guide our emotions through the character's journey. Notice that the details are all authentic, and that despite an ambiguous ending, the viewer is left with the feeling that the character has achieved what he wanted. Okay, cool, but let's dig deeper. Before you can create conflict, you must create realistic characters that your audience can relate to and who have specific wants. Let's start by looking at 10 things to consider when creating characters. Then, we'll look at another great student film and see how many of these things we can identify. Goal and opposition. What does the character want? What stands in his way? Motivation. What drives the character to achieve their goal? Backstory. What do you know or want to know about how the character got to this point? The will to act. How does the character react to crisis? What will the character do when faced with opposition? Point of view and attitude. Everyone has a perception of reality that is influenced by past experience. A point of view that has developed over time. No two people may react alike to the same situation. Your character has past experiences that influence how he or she will react to a situation. Room to grow. So you've given your character a set of parameters, their personality, a sense of self. These things are the starting points. The big event happens in Act 1, to draw the character out, to start them on their quest. Your character should exhibit growth, have a realization about themselves, something which connects the audience to your character. Believability. All about the little details. How do you make the character human and not just a character on a screen? And finally, a strong supporting cast. How do the secondary characters help illuminate and develop the main character? Okay, we've established a solid foundation for building an emotional connection with your audience using strong characters and conflicts. But how do you get your hook into the viewer so they feel compelled to keep watching? Don't worry, we've got plenty of excellent examples. Our next film, Salad, won Best Overall Film in 2015, and it does a great job of immediately raising the stakes and making the audience want more. Let's take a look at the first minute where we meet our protagonist and the big conflict he faces. Take a look at the beginning of Salad.
Dude, I'm just like so sorry, like for your loss, man. I just,
Yeah, thanks.
It's like it just must be like so weird, right?
It's different, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude. 'Cause it's just like 1 minute they're there, and then it's just like boom, like they're gone like forever,
Yep, it's kind of how dying works.
No, I mean, dude, if you need a place to stay, like my mom would probably let you sleep over like tonight, if you need.
Thanks, but I need a little more long-term than just a night. But really, I'm fine. The court rule, I could just stay by myself till I go off to college, since I'm 18.
Oh. So, like, you have, like, a free house now, right?
Yeah.
It's just we haven't had any parties for, like, a long time,
I haven't been to many parties lately.
Yeah, exactly. Now you have a free house, so.
Are you saying I should throw a party?
Whoa, man, I mean, party, it's a little soon for that. Don't you think, man? I mean, but you're probably pretty lonely, so I mean, it might not be the worst idea,
I mean, it's pretty easy to care about a guy who just lost his parents and whose so-called friends just want him to throw parties in his now empty house. But there's a lot more to this transformative story. As you watch the entire film, I want you to think about what the protagonist, Sam, wants and how you know he wants it based on his overall characterization, his motivation, backstory, and the little details that are revealed throughout the film. Let's take a look at the entire film, Salad.
Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry about your pencil.
It's fine.
No, I'm so sorry about the pencil.
No, really, it's fine. See, it's mechanical.
Sam, why don't you take the day off?
I'm fine.
Take the day off.
I am so sorry about your pencil.
Fuck off.
Looks like I haven't been out in weeks.
I'm sorry, who are you?
You don't remember me? I'm your dad's Uncle Vinny.
Sorry, but the doorman usually buzzes.
I got by. Here. I loved your father more than I did my own son.
Really?
Yeah. I always felt your dad and I had a real special connection.
Did you?
Yeah, so I came down here to see that you're taking care of yourself, that you're planning for the future.
I see.
So, what's your plan for the future, Sam?
Well, I was thinking Chinese tonight.
No, I'm thinking long term, Sam.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, take this house, for instance. You're going off to college in a couple of months. You're not going to need this place, this apartment on Park Avenue.
And
And I can help you sell it. Make some money for your future. You got to think responsible, Sam.
You have this place all to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so dope, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. My parents kind of died though.
What?
My parents died.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. I'll talk to you later. If you watch the way that these lines move up and intersect, I really think what this artist is trying to do is show us consumerism in the 21st century.
Yeah, I think you're a douchebag.
So you must be like pretty sad.
Yeah, I guess.
That's hot.
So, like, aside from all the jokes, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
You don't have to give me bullshit, you know.
Abby, I'm fine. I just want to be like every other kid.
Well, every kid has gotten with Katie Clark.
I'm pretty sure that qualified as sexual assault. wondering if maybe you want to come over for dinner tonight.
Wakes up all by herself. Dreams collect dust on the shelf, and it's known by everyone. She's past having too much fun. She says she's just wasting time on Easy Street to melt her mind. Such a lovely escape from reality. Once or twice or 7 times, she'll go back for one more dime. Can't stand all the unoriginality. If laughing's the best medicine, pass the churn and huff until you're hurting and suck until you're...
Okay, let's take a closer look at what makes this film work. Conflict. After the sudden death of his parents, Sam is forced to face his new reality and work to become an independent adult. Action. Throughout the film, Sam faces a variety of obstacles that result in actions. The actions he performs to confront the obstacles ultimately build our understanding of his character and help us identify with his personal journey. His obstacles include detached adult figures, his teacher, his uncle, immature, self-serving friends, and even himself as he struggles to make necessary changes and accept his situation. Resolution. Ultimately, we realize that Sam has found almost all of his relationships are empty except one, Abby, and that in order to achieve his new independence and responsibilities, he must evolve. Sam seems to have come full circle in his journey. Although we don't exactly know where he will go from here, we know that he has evolved and changed to a point that he is taking steps to embrace his new adulthood. Thus, he has defeated his conflict and achieved his want. Remember, conflict forces characters to act in ways that reveal who they are, and nothing tells us more about characters than how they deal with their troubles. What is the obstacle that Sam faces? Well, Sam is thrust into the adult world when his parents pass away. He faces a variety of obstacles related to this conflict, from the trivial to the complex. Although the obstacle is portrayed by several external forces, most notably his immature friends, the real battle is internal, with Sam slowly processing the reality of how he spends his time versus the reality of what he truly wants to do. Sam acts based on his situation or obstacle. He struggles with what others want him to do versus what he actually wants. But thanks to careful imagery created by the filmmaker, the audience can see that Sam's actions are not making him happy. This is a great marriage of script and visuals. Notice how the filmmaker shows Sam's development rather than forcing it on the viewer through dialogue. And all of these moments are helping the audience identify with Sam as he slowly reveals who he really is and what he really wants. So what does Sam want? The filmmaker is really smart to show this through simple but effective symbols. Sam wants to move beyond his former self. He wants to grow up, in part because he has to, and in part because he no longer fits in with those who he used to be. He wants to change and evolve as a person and make real connections with the people around him. How does Sam initially deal with his conflict, and how does he ultimately deal with his conflict? Initially, he struggles to change. He consumes himself with what others want or expect. He goes through denial. This all leaves him feeling even more empty. Ultimately, he realizes that in order to get what he wants, he needs to invest in real relationships, like the one with Abby, who is the only character in the film that offers him any real support and comfort. Let's take a look at a few key elements that really help build Sam into a dynamic character. Backstory. What do we know about Sam before the action of the film starts? Most of what we know is the result of subtle clues carefully placed in the context of the story as it develops, like how he looks at the photos of his parents. But we also get a sense of who he was before and what he did, like being in the party crowd and having relatively empty relationships with those around him. The will to act. This is an important flaw that Sam exhibits. He is slow to act and would rather just move on. However, this isn't what he truly wants. He looks for quick fixes rather than significant moves to change his situation. Building flaws into your characters is often overlooked, but can add significant depth that your viewers will embrace. Point of view and attitude. Sam's attitude is extremely important as it relates to his character and the conflict he faces. His attitude is ambivalent, lost, and lazy. This will lead us to the film's dramatic climax when he realizes that his attitude is not getting him what he truly wants. Room to grow. Perhaps my favorite part about Sam is his immense room for growth. Faced with a tremendous and tragic obstacle, we get to watch as he sputters toward his goal, learning as much about his faults as he does as he grows, and rooting for him to grow the entire time. Believability. Sam's journey reveals a complete arc. We see his awkwardness and failures and his vulnerable, ordinary moments. These all create a real or believable character who is easy to identify with. And supporting cast. This is another one of the film's real strengths. From the opening scene right through the dramatic climax, supporting characters serve to illuminate Sam for the audience. What are some of the moments that feature supporting characters that stand out the most for you? I know for me, one of my favorite scenes I've ever watched in a student film is the climax in Salad, where in one continuous shot we pass by every one of the supporting characters and get a glimpse of who they are, what they represent to Sam, and ultimately how little they offer him. It actually even includes the robotic vacuum. Well, there's so much we could discuss about Salad, including the wonderful symbolism, shot construction, and effective use of original score, but we're here to talk about establishing a hook. Just like the first 3 films we've watched today, a good hook will likely want to do the following 3 things. Introduce a compelling protagonist, or the main character, with details that make them real and identifiable, also known as someone we can root for. Immediately raise the stakes for the main character with a pivotal moment that will almost certainly be crucial to the story, like the inciting incident, and establish the dramatic conflict that stands in the way of the character getting what they want. We're going to watch opening sequences or expositions of 2 more award-winning student films to take a closer look at these elements coming together on screen. First up is a film titled Youth. Consider these opening images and how they show a world in sharp contrast to our compelling character. The images are full of real-world activity: cheerleaders at a game, student protesters fighting for causes they believe in, and then there is the protagonist, Emma. In her room, ready to shut the window on the outside world, I sense a conflict emerging. Let's take a look at the beginning of Youth.
So what's this? Didn't know Emma's secretly a party animal.
No, but maybe she wonders what it's like to be. Come here. Gently blot. I'll make out with it.
Okay, let's see if youth checks off all of our criteria. I think that Emma represents a compelling character, someone with a goal and opposition, and also someone who is real and relatable. The use of symbolism helps the filmmaker quickly establish several key character traits like motivation, acing the SAT, backstory, all of the things she is missing out on while studying, and room to grow. A pivotal moment where she hints at wanting more than standardized tests and college applications. These details help build the understanding of character and conflict quickly for the audience, so that when the pivotal moment arrives, we are ready to go on the adventure with Emma, eager to see her break free from the stress and join the real world. Not bad for 1 minute and 30 seconds of screen time. Of course, the beauty of telling stories is that there are always ways to play with the basic elements to help match the tone of your scene and keep your audience guessing, and therefore engaged. Consider the exposition of this film, Dead Air, which holds off on revealing the main character but still presents a pivotal moment and a dramatic conflict to overcome. This is Dead Air. These steps also work for other film genres, including documentaries. It's just that instead of a fictional character, you have a real person who wants something, is facing a pivotal moment, and is being blocked by an obstacle. Consider these two examples from award-winning documentaries. First up is a doc titled Wavy Head. Let's see how long it takes the director to get his hook in you with a high-stakes opening and a character in conflict you are eager to meet. Check out Wavy Head.
There was a few percent chance, I think less than 10%, but more than 2%, that you would die on the surgery table. And that was, that's pretty intensive.
A lot of people say that when they first see their child, it's like saying hello to someone who was always there, and I didn't have that at all, and Gil didn't have that at all. The first thing that I noticed was that something was really wrong right away.
Similar to the last clip from Dead Air, by withholding the central character but still building the dramatic conflict and high-stakes moment creates questions for the viewer, compelling them to continue watching. Let's take a look at a slightly longer clip from the doc, Losing Luke, which really illuminates the essential elements of a good hook. As you watch, see if you can identify each of the 3 hook essentials as they occur. This is Losing Luke.
When Luke told me, you either accept this or I will kill myself, I knew he was serious.
He would stare at the wall for hours on end, sometimes just because he was that depressed. It was almost like he just gave up on life, already at 7 years old.
He played with Mrs. Potato Head, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head all the time, and his thing was he'd run around the house and always had Mrs. Potato Head earrings on, and he always had her lips in his mouth.
He loved to, go and play around. He loved just life, He loved just being out and about and seeing the beautiful sights of the world, but as he grew older, it changed.
It wasn't until about the age of 7 when I started seeing the darkness, and that's when Luke became very drawn and quit talking and just started shutting down.
He didn't want people seeing his arms or his legs or any part of him.
He got in school and saw that he felt different. Then he started being singled out. He started seeing that the things were being singled out as male and female, and it started confusing him. So at that point I thought, uh-oh, I better start kind of preparing Dad, because I think Luke's probably going to be gay. And I just kind of started looking at it that way.
Luke's dad didn't accept him at all. He was an alcoholic at the time, and his wife, Jaslyn, their relationship failed because of his alcoholism. So he was already in a depressive state with that.
And then when I turned around and I hit him hard with, oh, guess what? Your child's not gay, he's transgender. And what took him 10 years to accept as a gay child, he now had to start all over again with a transgender, and not knowing what a transgender was. He had no clue what it was.
When he comes to find out that his son actually wants to be a girl, you know, he lost it.
And he wanted, of course, a big, you know, football-loving son for his first son, and he didn't get that.
But Luke went on, and he started hormone therapy. He changed his wardrobe, and then he decided that he wanted to change his name to Katie, and that's who I am today.
I hope that you are starting to see how all of these elements come together to not only help hook your audience, but ultimately create a story and film that people can't stop watching. We have time for one more film, another All-American Award winner of our Spark Award in 2019. The Spark Award honors stories that need to be told right now, stories about society, culture, politics, any story that is hyper-relevant and important. As you watch Reese, keep an eye out for the initial exposition and its power to hook you, and then think about how the details established in the hook made you want to keep watching. This is Reese.
Call the ambulance. Stay up. Stay up for me. Oh, God.
What, you sleep or something?
Nah, just thinking.
Since when you start thinking? Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm going in to get something. Y'all coming? Yeah.
Yeah, y'all gonna grab me something too, right?
No.
What you mean, no? Come on, you know dude in there don't like me?
Bro, stop stealing.
Bro, hey, you be lying, bro.
Man, Dusty.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
Hey, hold this for me, man. All right. Be safe, bro.
God bless.
Man, I got you.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, what's up, BB?
What's up, Reese? What's up, Remy?
What you doing? Chicken, man. Been good, bro?
What's up, boy? Yeah, Reese.
Yeah, man, here.
That it?
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! Hey, put that back!
Doc.
Put it back.
Let me
put it back.
Ah, come on, bro.
You do this every day.
Nippy ass head. Here, man. Sorry,
$250.
bro. Thanks. All right, BB.
Hey, man. Hey, brother. Can I get some shit? Hey, man. What you do that for? What you do that for, man? I just want to try to get some money. What you doing, man?
Hey!
Oh.
Hey!
Man, what? Why? Why did you do that? Oh, man. Hey! Hey, that dude Nate just hit me in my mouth!
Man, I know, all right, man?
I wasn't even doing
I know
anything.
you wasn't doing nothing, man. Here, man, this all I got on me, all right, man? Just stay out the way, cool out, okay?
God bless. Hey, God bless.
Man. Man, I don't even really want to do this.
Hey, don't go.
Man, you know I got to, bro. They been doing this shit since we was kids, bro. All right, come on, man, just quiet. Man, just have my fucking bag, bro, please. Man. Niecy, what happened?
Reese, Nate and them broke into the house and took everything. Everything.
So why you ain't call the police?
What they gonna do, Remy?
Niecy, come on, man. Damn. Yeah, I heard you took Niecy's stuff, man.
I ain't take nothing from him. What you supposed to be, neighborhood watch?
Yo, G, this stuff ain't about to fit the truck.
Shut up.
Get up. Yeah, get up. What's up? What's up?
Reese,
Get up. Get up.
Reese, get up.
Come on, get up. Get up.
Alright.
There you go. There you go.
Where you going, Nate?
Right here, champ. Let's go.
Come on, Reese.
Damn.
I see you protecting the block, Reese.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Boy.
Hey. Hey. Oh, she's so luscious. Hey.
Reese! That's how you lay it down, young blood. Let him know. Reese!
Oh, my bad. I mean, I saw the video. You put Nate on his face. No? What's wrong? What's happening?
Yo, come on. I'll talk to you real quick.
What's up?
Y'all leave?
Yeah, we will. We'll be back.
Alrighty. Yeah. Look.
Bro, are you serious?
Yes, I'm for real. Look. Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Man, who else is gonna do it? You not. I know damn well Doc isn't.
Right, but why does it have to be you, though?
But it has to be somebody, bro. The police won't do it. You won't. People like Nate, they just gonna keep doing what they wanna do. And, man, I don't feel like that's right. Do you? That's what I'm saying, man. Bro, I will do it again. ×2, Graham, Tim, I will fight them all, bro. If it means to protect the people that I love. I will fight for what I believe in. What do you believe in? Exactly. God, I hope you.
Did you already fight?
Rick, you shouldn't be worried about that, man.
Bro, what do you mean? You be whooping those dudes. I got most of your videos on DVD. I sell them too.
DVD?
I got Reese versus Bruce, Reese versus Tim, Reese versus Graham, and Reese versus Bruce 2, the second one.
You got both of them?
Both of them.
How much you selling these for?
15, 20. Yeah, it depends. 15, 20.
No, hey, no, all right. Look, man, you gotta figure out another way to make your money, Reek.
But they be selling, Reese. I'm telling you, they be selling.
No. You shouldn't even be here, bro. It's extremely late, bro.
Bro,
come on, go.
Don't even trip. I'm with my mom.
Okay, you with your mom? Well,
Yeah.
I need you to trip your way over there to that diner, bro. Come on, go.
For
Go eat your food.
I'll see y'all later.
And tell your mom what's up, man. Hey, get rid of those too.
No can do.
No.
Don't he remind you of Young Doc?
Yeah, just smarter.
Yeah. Smarter.
Yeah, you're not that smart.
Yeah,
though.
you're not that.
Yes.
Stay up. Bro, stay up. Come on.
Call the ambulance. Somebody call an ambulance.
Just breathe, bro.
My baby!
Whoa!
They killed my baby! Oh!
How hard do you fight for those you love? How far do you go for your community? What do you do? Exactly.
Reese is no doubt a powerful story with a compelling main character who faces a daunting and complex conflict. But no matter how complex, the story is still rooted in all of the things we've been discussing today. The film wisely begins with a flash forward to the events at the end of the story, immediately raising the stakes and engaging the audience. But what really makes this film work is how carefully the protagonist, Reese, is developed. He is almost instantly likable, someone we want to see defeat his conflict no matter what it takes. Notice also how the supporting characters, his friends, the convenience store clerk, the homeless man, his neighbors, all help us understand what Reese values and what he wants: a peaceful, safe neighborhood. Thanks to well-developed character with a dramatic want to help others and save his neighborhood, Reese presents a formula for constant action as he encounters people in need and must fight, quite literally here, the obstacles standing in his way. Consider these examples throughout the film: Reese and his homeless friend, Reese and his troubled neighbor, Reese and the young boy. Let's circle all the way back to the beginning of this presentation and the essentials for a successful story. What we'll find is that Reese excels at all three elements. The story is rooted in a strong character and conflict that embraces the 5-act structure, definitely makes a powerful emotional connection, and gets all of the little details right so that the viewer is fully immersed in the experience playing out on screen. I truly hope that you enjoyed this presentation, and if you're hungry for more, there are many, many more excellent student films on our YouTube page and similar courses and curriculum on our website. I welcome all of you to submit your films to the 2021 festival. Submissions are free until March 1st, and our final deadline is July 2nd. And remember, whether you want to party, make new friends, or walk the red carpet to see who wins at our Teen Indie Awards show, we invite you to join us in New York City this October. See you soon.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.